In a tragic and deeply unsettling event, streamed live for the world to see, a man's final moments were captured during a Facebook Live session in Chicago's South Austin neighborhood. It happened in broad daylight, just blocks away from a police station, leaving loved ones, friends, and the wider community in shock. This story isn't just about a shooting. It's about a life that was cut short, the people left behind, and the unanswered questions that continue to haunt those who knew him. It was an ordinary Wednesday evening, just after 6 o'clock. The sun was still up, the streets still busy, people going about their routines. In the 5,000 block of West Madison Street, 42-year-old Kevin Watson had just finished visiting his cousin at a nearby liquor store. He wasn't a stranger to the area. This was his neighborhood, the place where people knew him, where he shared laughs and conversations on the sidewalks. Kevin walked out of the store, phone in hand, about to start a Facebook Live. His stream would begin like countless others. Casual, unscripted, just a man sharing a moment with his online friends. But within minutes, it would take a turn no one could have predicted. Police say that as Kevin sat in his car, another vehicle approached. Inside was at least one person armed and ready to fire. Witnesses later told reporters that moments before the gunshots, Kevin had been talking to someone nearby. Alvin Jackson, a close friend who saw it unfold, said Kevin began making his way to his car, still engaged in conversation. But then that person followed him. The easy tone of a friendly exchange was shattered when the man pulled out a gun to eye in those tense, chaotic seconds. Kevin tried to fight back. He grabbed at the weapon, struggling to wrestle it away. The Facebook Live camera kept rolling, broadcasting the chaos in real time. Then, the deafening sound of gunfire. Kevin was hit in the chest. On the live stream, viewers heard the shots, saw the sudden commotion, and then the silence that followed. One of Kevin's closest friends, Lamar Spencer, ran to his side. I rubbed his palm and I squeezed his hand, but he wouldn't squeeze back, he said. The desperation in his voice painted a picture of someone unwilling to believe his friend was slipping away. Kevin's cousin, Jaquez Smith, also rushed over, recalling how Kevin was gasping for air. He was choking for breath. He was trying to struggle to breathe, Jaquez told reporters. For those who knew him, Kevin wasn't just another name in a headline. He was the kind of man who helped others without expecting anything in return. Jaquez credited Kevin with helping him find a job, saying he was a good man. No matter what he'd done, he helped people. These weren't hollow words. They were pieces of a portrait that revealed Kevin as more than just the victim of a crime, but a father, a cousin, a friend, and a community member who made a difference in the lives around him. The loss is especially heavy knowing Kevin leaves behind a 6-year-old son, a boy who will now grow up with stories instead of new memories. Friends say Kevin was excited about his upcoming birthday, just weeks away. Now, instead of planning celebrations, his loved ones are planning a funeral. Close friend Freddie Collier summed up the shared pain, saying, "We're going to have to figure out how to move on and be strong, day to day, to help each other get past this, because this didn't just hurt one person. This hurt a lot of us." And indeed, the impact has been wide-reaching. The video, viewed nearly 2 million times, has sparked conversations about violence, safety, and the heartbreaking reality that these tragedies can unfold even in familiar, everyday spaces. Chicago police are still investigating. So far, there's been no official word on the motive behind the shooting, and no arrests have been made. For the family, that uncertainty only deepens their grief. Every day that passes without answers feels like another wound. They want justice, not just for Kevin, but to send a message that this kind of violence cannot and should not be allowed to continue. This story is more than a crime report. It's a reminder that behind every statistic is a face, a name, and a lifetime of moments that mattered. Kevin Watson's story is not defined by the way it ended, but by the life he lived, the friends he helped, the family he loved, the laughter he shared, and the good he brought into his corner of the world. If you have any information about this case, Chicago police urge you to come forward. And as we remember Kevin, let's take a moment to reflect on how fragile life can be, how quickly things can change, and how important it is to look out for each other. Because the people we care about, the ones we laugh with, talk with, and sometimes take for granted, could be gone in an instant. Rest in peace, Kevin Watson. May your story be remembered, not just for its tragic ending, but for the life you lived and the love you gave.